Welcome to Geek, a critical geek culture podcast where we talk about intersectional and inclusive feminism in a male-dominated environment. Hi, my name is Moni, and with me today is my lovely, amazing, glorious, unfortunately with a slight case of heartburn and a really bad bladder, co-host Amanda. That sounds like you're peeing yourself regularly.
I'm not peeing myself regularly.
I know. It was just too funny because 10 seconds before we switched to the live mode, you were like, this might be a bad time, but I need to pee. And then you left, which was fun in itself. So that's just my new favorite thing now.
It was just like, it was one of the things that I needed to do before the show, and I forgot to do it. And then all of a sudden I was like, better go. I better go right now. Let's do it. Bye. But let's not talk about me. I don't want to talk about me and my bladder or my heartburn.
Why?
Because I want to talk about you.
But I don't want to talk about me.
Well, too bad.
Too bad. Thanks for coming. See you next week. Happy holidays. Bye. See ya.
So, listeners, Twitch viewers, it is Moni's birthday today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm trying to be really nice and not.
I'm not going to dwell on this because I know that you do not enjoy this. But I am. If I can't get schmoopy on your birthday, when can I ever get schmoopy?
I don't think you can get schmoopy.
No, I can. So I would like to say that thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being the second best person in my life. That's not my mom. And I am very, very glad that we are still doing this podcasting for over 4 years. Because there is so zero wild. People that I would rather have in my life doing this weird and wonderful geek herring thing than you. Even though it sometimes takes you longer than
really
Amanda
long to publish the post. I know.
But this isn't about the things that you do shit. This is about the things you do
which
great,
is everything.
Which is everything else. Everything else. I love you, bitch.
I love you, bitch. I love you, bitch. I should maybe find better tune before we go to the concert in March.
Yeah, maybe. And as Tom so gloriously has said in Twitch chat, happy birthday, fucker.
Thank you. This is very kind. Thank you so much. And I try to not be weird. Well, I am weird about it, but I try not to be all like, whatever. Ow. It's something just, I just hurt my back while doing things.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you and everything. And we're doing this for so long.
No, it's not my birthday.
So
Shut up.
Oh, all right.
I am just gonna ask one thing that maybe isn't podcast appropriate, but I don't really care. Have you received any of the packages that I have sent you? I've sent you like 5. Fake mail.
Well, you are not the only person to literally the amount of people that tell me I sent something, it didn't arrive. Is wild this year, but I feel it's not just it's not just the UK post service for some reason. I don't know. I mean, you are specifically impacted with shit happening over there, but holy shit. This year I had a favorite pastime during COVID. It's sending packages to people and looking where they are in the world. This is ruined now. It's not working anymore either.
It's
Tom
true.
Says, Moni gonna wake up one day and not be able to leave the house.
All these packages will just arrive and she'll be like, Then you'll need to do a stream and it will just be you unwrapping like 500 packages.
Yeah, right. 500 packages.
500. Maybe 501.
You said 5. How quickly did that go from 5 to 500?
How quickly does anything go from 5 to 500?
I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But also, you don't need to send me anything.
Too bad. It's already in the post. I can't take it back.
Who the Maybe they're bringing it back to you because they were like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. There you go.
honestly, my Secret Santa present and something that I got from my mom is in the post. I posted it on the 28th of November. It has gone from my local post office to the Belfast sorting office the next day.
And that's where it's sitting since.
It's just there. And I'm like,
I mean, this
has made it to England.
Yeah. This is very, I mean, it's so wild though. I know that you have a lot of strikes going on, but at the same time, because you were quite on time, it's a month now. So you would assume that it would somehow have moved. But I'm also aware that probably tracking will also be all over the fucking place now. So nobody even knows.
Nobody knows. I get a Dungeons and Dragons subscription box sent every month, and they posted it on the 22nd of November from the UK, and it has not arrived.
Oh, from the UK even?
From the UK, yep.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I'm like, I actually support the strikes, but I'm also like, oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, you obviously people aren't striking just because they're enjoying life, whatever, and they just want to have a day off or something. That's not why people strike. Like, they get paid shit all. They need to do work. The working conditions are horrible, so they have all the right to strike. And if they don't strike now, when would people realize? Like, this is the I think genuinely people would realize if the mail services strike, but they would definitely realize if they strike now.
Exactly. Like, they've really chosen the strike at the time that it's going to have the most impact.
Yeah.
And
good for them.
Like, hell yeah, good job. But also,
it's also so tricky because you kind of try and add or calculate this kind of thing into it all. And you would assume, well, usually it might be there within a day or a couple of days, like maybe a week's tops or whatever, because you even get like mails on the weekends. So let's say it's 7 days. And then you calculate for it anyway and be like, just to make sure, I'll ship it like 3 weeks in advance, and then it still doesn't arrive. Then it's just like, that's the most annoying bit about it, because you're like, will it ever arrive? Is it lost? Where is it gone? What is going on? And that's a bit sad, but yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Oh well. It'll just be an extended Merry Christmas as the presents start arriving after Christmas.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I think Secret Santa is probably also going to be really, really bad this year. From like 27 participants, I got like 8 videos by now. So, so it's just really, yeah, I just think they're all stuck somewhere. Or people sent it
Maybe
really
they're
late.
all stuck together having a little Christmas present party.
I mean, that would be adorable.
Wouldn't it? All these little things are like, hey.
Imagine them having
Merry
tiny
Christmas.
little hands and tiny little feet and tiny little Christmas hats and dancing around, boxing and thingies. Dawn felt totally called out. Listen, I've been lazy. I have the video recorded. Do not worry, Dawn.
I will say that I was very excited to be back in the UK to send my Secret Santa gift, because I have been dealing with Canada Post the last 2 years, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be so much better.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry,
maybe
everyone, it was
you
my
are
fault.
the problem
It's
here
me,
because
it's
because because Gemma ordered something with Canada Post and it arrived like nicely and properly in due time, and you move over here and everything goes to shit again. Like, what is going on? I don't know. I got one package that I thought was my Secret Santa. Turns out it wasn't.
Oh.
It was something Yuffie got me, which is adorable.
Oh.
And
that's
another
so cute.
one is, I don't think you can see it. Can you see it? You must see it. I think it's the wrong side. A big burp version of this one, basically.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that was I thought it was Secret Santa, and Yuffie sent me a message yesterday and was like, I sent you a package, it didn't arrive on time. And I was like, I have this package in 3 days. I thought it's Secret Santa. So it was really cute. So, but yeah, it's a challenge right now, a challenge.
But that's okay. We shall overcome. Solidarity with postal workers.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Indeed.
Rick said their Secret Santa arrived yesterday and they made a video but have yet to send it. And the presents they bought for their Secret Santa haven't arrived yet, and they go to their parents in 2 days' time. It's just so annoying.
Oh, we can all just cry together.
It's true. This year is particularly messy, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to have like a good... Like, we're probably going to... Because usually I have like most of the videos by the certain date. And then there are like only a few missing. Like between 2 and 5, let's say. 5 like already a high number. But between 2 and 5. But man, this year, I don't think that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well. It's just the way that Christmas is right now.
Exactly.
The holidays. Yeah.
And in general, it's just about sharing the joy with friends around the world. That's what I like about the Secret Santa, at least.
Yeah,
and that's just the reason. It's not because I like Christmas, but it's just a nice reason to like do something together as a big weird bunch of people all over the world, because we can't sit together and drink eggnog until we're like unconscious or something.
That's true.
Yeah.
So are you doing anything fun over Christmas, over the holidays? When do you finish work? How long are you off for? Because that's also very fun.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about being off. I made stupid decisions this year. Okay. Basically because I should technically take Friday off. Yes, I normally make stupid decisions. But technically I would probably really needed to take Friday off, which I didn't. Because our Christmas in Austria happens on the 24th instead of the 25th, so I only have the Friday because obviously as just always I haven't bought a single Christmas present yet. So I love your face.
Oh no, Moni.
What do you mean?
Moni, it's like 4 days.
I know, the same procedure as every year. I already know what's gonna happen. Like, the weirdo ordered most of the presents for the in-laws, so I feel that's sorted. So I don't need to concern myself with that. I just need to get stuff for my family, which in my head, I talked it out with the weirdo just like 2 hours ago what's gonna happen. And yeah, I'm gonna do that on Friday.
so that's while you're still working.
Yep. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Yeah, no problem. It's gonna be a good time. Also needs to get a Christmas tree, but on the 24th we go to my brother and his family, and then I'll do this every year, people. You are more concerned than I am. I just gonna hate every minute that I spend outside on Friday, because literally everybody is gonna go around and buy shit last minute like me. So I'm gonna hate it all. And, and what do you mean, Ricky? Rick says, I would like to go through life with the same confidence that Moni has, not buying presents until 3 days before Christmas. It's super simple. What do you mean? It worked for, well, I can't say 38 years because I haven't bought Christmas presents in the first, like, I don't know how many years. But I'm just gonna, it worked out every time. If you're a procrastinator like me, this shit doesn't faze you in the slightest. But again, I will hate myself for it once I'm out there in the jungle of people fighting them all. That I know already that stuff I will hate. And then I will need to rest for the last bit of the day or something.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I could be a present procrastinator, but I wouldn't be able to handle in-person shopping crowds. I would be like, nope. Yeah. Nope, just gonna nope right out of this. No one's getting presents this year.
Well, it's also not so difficult, right? So my family is not massively big. I have my brother, my sister-in-law, my father, and my nephew. My nephew gets the same thing as every year, which is liquid money.
Liquid money?
No, it's money. And my father doesn't faze me enough to worry what I'm gonna get him, so I'm just get some random shit as usual. And
a bag of apples.
No, which is probably a shirt or something.
Okay.
Shirt and socks or whatever. And my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law will probably get something like, I will have a look at the event tickets that are available and maybe something where we can go and have like a cabaret together or something. We've done that before COVID, and yeah, so I'm like, whatever. And that's it, right? Like, like I won't order anything, so like it's not gonna come. Like the ticket I can print out, which is fine, and the rest I just hate myself for 4 hours of my day, and then like try and recover for like the rest of the 20 hours and will swear that I will never do this again, ever again, and it will happen exactly the same the year after.
Excellent.
Yeah. And for the weirdo, I already got stuff before, so half of it I already gave him. The other thing won't arrive until January anyway. So he just gets a piece of paper where it's written on, the shit is written on it that I got him. So I'm like incredibly unfazed about the outcome of it all. I am, however, maybe a bit not excited about the going out and the shopping part of it all.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah. I know one shop is going to be really, really bad where I want to go, but it's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
It's fine.
Also, that one shop has like the worst fucking customer service person, like salesperson ever. And I already know she's going to piss me off again.
Oh, no.
Because those are the chatty ones that think they're so great because they're chatting all the time. And all you want is for them to just shut the fuck up. And then they tell you some random bullshit that you don't give a shit about. Stuff like, you need to buy something for your father on Father's Day. And I'm just like, how about you shut the fuck up? Like, what about that, right? Like, can you please mind your own fucking business and not give me your stupid opinion and what you think I should be doing with my fucking father, you know? Like shit like that's just annoying. And just random casual, I don't know, isms that they're throwing out. And they think they're so cool because they're chatty salespeople and you just want them to be there, peace and quiet, them to do their job and leave me the fuck alone. Give me money, I give you money, you give me the things, and that's it. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Thank you, and welcome to your TED Talk.
Exactly. Thank you. That's my TED Talk. But yeah, I let them wrap it just because I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah. No.
Put it in the box.
Wrapping is like outsourcing. Wrapping is good.
Yeah.
I don't really mind rapping. I'm fairly decent at it, but also like if I don't have to, that's great.
I mean, Erin is. Oh my God, I have to go into Lush this evening and I'm preparing to experience 10 years of social activity in 4 minutes. 100%.
Yeah.
It's what's going to happen. Already, because Lush is in general already full with people.
Mm-hmm.
When you mentioned rapping, the weirdo
sales people are like full on. I'm like, God. Hello, would you like to meet my Lord and Savior, the bath bomb?
It's true. I haven't been in Lush for so long, but it's so true. They are also so, do you need something? Do you want something? I'm just like, I am a millennial. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I want my space. If I wanted to, I would have ordered it online, but I fucked up something. So this is why I'm here. But that doesn't mean that I want you to talk to me. Oh my God. Yeah. I can't, oh my God. I can't even, is this part of so Erinus in chat says that they worked there for 2 years and hated every minute of pretending to be happy. Do you really, is that part of the job description? You just ruin my perception. I just thought Lush people are just generally always happy. Oh God. Mofo says we need to bake presents.
Wow.
I had one Christmas where I've made pasta, like dried pasta. I made like biscotti and I made Baileys and eggnog, and I will never in my life do that shit again. Yeah, that was even worse than buying last minute. So we're back to buying last minute now.
It's true. I like making, maybe a little arrangement of baking and giving it to some people, but only sometimes.
Yeah. Also, it's not cheaper than you think it is going to be, because you're like, I'm making it myself. It's going to be way cheaper, but so thoughtful, and it's not.
No, it's not. I experimented making my mom's famous fluffy shortbread cookies biscuits this weekend, but I made them gluten-free and vegan. And it took some trial and error, but I did get there. The first batch were they tasted good, but you like picked it up and it was like so it just like broke really easily. But after a few trial and error, I did get it. And they're not the same. My mom's kind of, she just drops them onto the cookie sheet, and they keep their shape, so they're like kind of little cloud shapes, like fluffy little shortbreads. But mine really flattened out.
Okay.
And which is because they were gluten-free and vegan, I suppose. Yeah. But the texture is there, like that real fluffiness of my mom's shortbread, and the flavor is really good. So
nice.
I'm going to serve them tonight.
Nice. What are you serving them with for?
So I am having a D&D Christmas night with some local friends. Ooh. Tonight. Four friends of mine and Tom's who are interested in-person D&D.
Nice.
Which I am particularly excited about. I mean, like, online D&D is awesome. My online D&D friends are fantastic, but in-person just hits different. So we're having, like, I've invited them over to talk about it, because it's been being talked about since like October, because also in-person D&D is very hard to arrange. When you have people that work shifts as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's like difficult to nail down a day. So we're going to talk about it tonight, and see what we want to do. And I've like prepared an actual little Christmas evening. I am mulling wine for the very first time in my life.
Ooh.
I have that on the stove right now, just sitting, and it's spices and flavors. It could be gross, it could be great. I don't know.
It's gonna be great.
And I'm making a non-alcoholic cranberry-based cocktail, and we've got beers and hot chocolates, and I've got mince pies and shortbread, and I've got these like festive cheese party, I don't know, festive cheese hors d'oeuvres that my mother-in-law accidentally bought me because she saw the V and thought they were vegan, but they're vegetarian. So I'm going to serve them tonight. So they're not in my freezer anymore. And
nice.
Go to use with people that will eat them. And I bought the cutest Christmas 2-tiered platter the other day. And it's like snowflakes, and each of the like 6 points of a snowflake is like a little bowl to hold stuff. So I'm going to make a little sweet thing, and I'm very excited. I really enjoy entertaining, and I don't get to do it very often because in person is difficult to organize. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. And then we get to talk about D&D. Like, it's gonna be the best fucking night ever.
For Christmas, this is the new Christmas.
This is my Christmas.
This is the real peak of the holiday season.
Honestly.
Seriously, but it sounds so good. It sounds so good.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm really excited. Really, really excited.
I'm already very jealous of all the food. Sounds amazing.
You can come over. Just get a flight.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll wait for you.
Let me just quickly go fly to Vienna, make sure there's a flight out, and then somehow we'll be there in like 5 hours. I hope you're still going.
It starts in 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay. You just wait for 2 hours longer. It's no problem.
The hot cheese pastries, they might be cold, but I can put them in the microwave for you.
Ooh. I haven't had like cheese fondue in ages. I had one. I once decided that I'm gonna have a Christmas party. A birthday party somewhere. It wasn't even like it wasn't a round birthday or whatever. It was like the 26th or something. But I met my old high school crush, and he's a musician, and I asked him to play. Because I liked his music, and it was so it was like there was nothing else going on, because again, it wasn't like a round birthday or whatever. It was just a random one, and we booked a place that was a fondue place. So basically they had like regular like soup fondue, but also like cheese fondue, and fuck me, that was the best fucking cheese fondue I've ever had. And it's so good.
Cheese fondue is awesome.
Love it. I bought one, and I don't dare to replicate it, just because the memory of that cheese fondue was so great that I was just like, it's never gonna hold up to that anyway. So I never did my own cheese fondue.
We used to go to family friends like one weekend every December. I think it was the same weekend that my dad's work's Christmas party was on. So I would go, and we would spend the whole weekend there. They would go away for the night and then come back. But the night that we all stayed there, we always had fondue, but like the hot oil one where you stuck in like raw meats and then dipped it in things. And that was just, I have such good memories of that, just sitting around and having fun with these people and eating, like cooking meat on the table. Like, it was the only time I've ever done that. And it was just so
You only had fondue once?
No, we did it annually.
Oh, okay.
But like fondue isn't a huge thing in Canada. Like it's not huge the way it is in your part of the world. Like it's very rare here in the UK as well.
Interesting.
So yeah,
I think maybe because it's from Switzerland. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's more popular here or something. There's like fondue, and then there's raclette, which is basically like just like tiny. So fondue is if you really don't have a lot of if you have a lot of time and you like to eat in bite-sized portions, because obviously that's not going very quickly when you just put this one piece of meat stick in there, and you have like maybe 2 sticks if you're lucky, and then you just like basically always just cook your food with every bite. So that just takes a whole damn fucking time. So raclette is just the upgraded version of it somehow, because you get like these tiny pans and you put this underneath the thing, and then you could put like vegetables and cheese. Obviously, raclette is a separate kind of cheese. Put that on top of it, and then you have like bigger pieces of like food at once. It's still like not big bits of food, but there is enough so you feel like you're not cooking every bite and need to wait for like 2 hours. And we do that at my brother's place around Christmas mostly. Recently, it's only in the last couple of years. That's just nice too. You need to have the ability to sit long for food though, which not everybody has, especially not the weirdo.
Yeah. Tom's parents actually bought us a raclette years and years and years ago, and it sat in my cupboard for so long because I didn't know what to do with it. I'd never really heard of it. I was like, oh, we should try to use that sometime, and then it just sat there, and finally we gave it away.
No.
And it was before like we were really friendly with people who have mentioned that they enjoy a raclette, and I'm like, oh, I kind of wish that I still had it, because like I think I would really like it. It sat there for so long because I didn't know what to do with it, and that's kind of sad. Yeah,
rip raclette.
Yeah.
We just don't have enough people anymore to do some hosting with them, so it's kind of sad. But I feel that's also the crux of getting older and partly being very antisocial. That is probably the bigger issue than the older bit. Yeah. Yeah. So what are you otherwise doing for Christmas?
We're quite busy, actually. Gosh, I feel like it's always so busy. I officially finish work at 2:00 on Thursday for something that has not been announced yet. So watch this space. It was going to be a little bit later on in the day, but now I need to rush my ass even more, which is fine.
This is no dig at people.
No digs at all. It's just I was like, oh, okay, I need to work my ass a little bit harder now, which is fine. It's good for everyone if I finish up earlier. And then Thursday night, we're meeting up with a friend of ours who moved to England, and we haven't seen him in like 3 or 4 years, maybe. Like since he moved to England, we haven't seen him, because anytime he's been back, Tom and or I have been in Canada, and like there's been COVID, so like we just haven't seen him since he left. So we're going out for some drinks on Thursday. Friday, Tom and I are having our work's Christmas party. Our work is taking us out for dinner. And
love that.
It's actually lunch, but Christmas lunch at a place in Belfast. And then we are going up to see my aunt, who's going to have like her own little Christmas get together for us.
Nice.
Which will be really nice. Saturday, Christmas Eve, is like Tom and I always just like, we don't go anywhere, we don't do anything, we just enjoy time together and put Christmas movies on, Christmas music. We make up a little buffet at night and just really slow down and enjoy it. Christmas Eve has always been my favorite time, my favorite part of the holiday, because like in Canada, it was the day that all of my extended family got together and we exchanged presents, and it was just like, it was always more exciting than anything else. Like it, and even though it's so different now, it's just me and Tom, but it's still, I don't know, it's still great. It's the best.
It's also nice to slow down before you kind of dive into the rest of the Christmas rush, I feel. Because especially when you like like we both are like self-employed people, then it need to speed it up before the holidays and do more work because you need to cover for 2 weeks. Just really stressful. So to have that day as a buffer in between where you can chill down, it's just really cool.
It's so good. And I think this year we're also doing there was a lot of like social media posts about the Icelandic tradition of gifting each other books on Christmas Eve. And then just like sitting and reading and eating chocolate is what the tradition is. And I was like, oh, what do you think about this? And we were like, oh, maybe. Okay, we're going to try it. Except Tom does not want a book. He wants an indie game. So I'll sit there with my book and he'll sit there with his indie game. And
so you need to get an indie game for Tom, and Tom is getting you a book?
Yeah.
I love that, though. It's really cute.
Yeah. We'll make that Icelandic tradition our own, and I think that's really cute. I like it.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah. So then on Christmas Day, we go over to his parents' house and have like quite a long day. We'll go around 11 o'clock and exchange presents and eat food and watch movies and play some games and come home all stuffed and merry. And
all stuffed and merry.
And then Boxing Day, my dad's tradition was always having like a Boxing Day full cooked breakfast, the Boxing Day fry up. So Tom's parents are coming to our house to continue the tradition.
Aww.
Yeah, and then just lots of like friend visiting and the whole next week. And I'm also like, I need to do a lot of things next week, but I also need to do a lot of D&D reading, so it'll be a fun week. You need to do a
lot of things next week? Just fun things?
Fun things, and reading D&D guidebooks is going to be my next week. But like my friends are all like, come meet up with us, let's do this, let's go here, let's have an online party, let's have an offline party, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like,
that sounds like a great time.
It will be really good. We're spending New Year's Eve at one of my best friend's houses and staying the night.
Cool.
And then before we know it, we'll be back to work.
I know, it's going to be so quick.
I know.
Can't even. You're like, yes, 2 weeks off this year for real. And then the 2 weeks are over, and then you like need like the first week to even remotely recover and get some kind of energy back. And then we're already almost honestly, back into it.
The way Christmas and New Year's fall this year, I'm not even really getting a full 2 weeks off. It's like 5 days plus a Friday and a Monday.
It's because you don't really acknowledge the 6th of January, really, right?
Well, that was my dad's thing as well. We always leave the tree up until the 6th of January and like all the Christmas decorations.
Because for us, the 6th is a holiday. So it's always like everybody who is taking off over Christmas mostly takes off with the 6th, around the 6th as the last day of the holiday. So it's mostly always 2 weeks because you don't really go to work before the 6th anyway, even though it's a Friday this week. So it would technically, but it's then still 2 weeks off. So people would not start to work again between the end of the year and the 6th, really, unless they have to.
I wish that was the case here, but like everybody is going to work. If they're not going on the 2nd, they're going on the 3rd, and I'm like, really? Like, okay.
Yeah, no. Why? No, don't do that. But I know in my teams also people are coming back around that time, and I'm just like, I would like to please be off until the 6th. Thank you.
I know.
Only if it's really urgent, I'm okay to do it. But otherwise, can I please have off until the 6th? I'm never really taking off anyway, so.
I know. It's like, this is kind of the only time that me and Tom ever take off together.
Yeah.
Because even when we go away somewhere, we're probably going to work a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
I feel this is tricky for us to on the one hand, it's really cool because you're like, I can just take my things. I don't need to like make a big fuss about it. I can go places and I can take my laptop and I can work from wherever. But at the same time, that makes literally every place you go to kind of tainted with work.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can go away, but you also work. So it's not like being away fully anyway, and mentally not at all. So that's just, I couldn't really necessarily tell you when the last time was that I was like really off. That wasn't Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Marrakesh, when I did the vacation, I didn't take my laptop. But that was like, and I still borrowed an iPad from a friend to fix something in the end. Even though I was like, I'm not bringing my laptop, I'm sorting it out. And then I was doing things on my phone because the phone you always bring. And then I just needed to fix something elsewhere, but that didn't work on my phone. So I borrowed the iPad and bad time.
Mm-hmm.
But Christmas, because everybody is also not working, it's easier to be like, I'm also not working that week.
Exactly. I just wish that like in corporate life we didn't have to do so much work to finish early. It's like doing the full month's work in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I wish that this part didn't have to happen in order for us to have a couple weeks off.
I know, that's so bad. To be honest, but it's also, and I would say, I think the only reason why it's not the worst for me this year is because I'm leaving a team. So I'm still doing enough here, but at the same time I'm also leaving the team, so I can't even. So they kind of had to phase me out anyway, in a way, and so and somebody needs to take over eventually. So it's like they can't give me, like, it makes no sense to swamp me with a lot of stuff to make up for it, because I'm not really making up for it. I'm ending. So this is why I think in this regard it wasn't the worst. But yeah, it's still, otherwise it's always, sometimes I would really like to get paid for having a shit. I'm not gonna lie. And especially around the holidays time and stuff, that's really where I'm like, oh God, I just want to be off. I just want to be off for a couple of days. Leave me alone.
I know. I have 3 more bits of client work, 2 quite big, 1 very small, and then that's it. The rest of it is like Geeking production stuff, which is not as like about doing at this time of the year, because I love doing it. So it's like, okay, 3 more things, 3 more things.
I took today off, so I'm just like, because I was always the one who also worked on my birthday in the last couple of years, and then all my colleagues always took off on that day, and I was like, why am I such an idiot? And everybody is working, like taking off on their birthday, and I'm just like always here and always working and stuff. So I just started to take it off, even though I'm not really doing anything. Like, I didn't do much at all in the world. But it's just, I just made now an effort to be like, okay, I'm not available today. So it like kind of takes away that day before Christmas as well, which is a bit stupid. So I will see tomorrow what that means for me.
Oh gosh, it'll be fine.
And Gemma is right. She says, I wish that taking time off didn't mean 2 times the shit when I get back. No one does the work if I'm not, so it just builds up. Yeah. And it's so still true. It is so different also in comparison to, even if you're in a corporate job where things build up, I think the way you see it is different. Like, as an employee, you do the things and you can only do so much, right? You can't. And you still get paid, even if you don't manage to do more than that. But if you unable to deliver as a self-employed person, it's just really difficult. And nobody asks you if you can or cannot deliver. You just have to. And nobody else can take over, and you can barely ask other people to be like, can you do this? I mean, unless you hire someone, but at the same time, there are still so many things that are hard to source out.
It's true.
But
we chose this life.
I know. And then I've recorded an episode today because this year I actually really realized again that because sometimes I sit and I struggle and I wonder, like maybe it would be better if I worked somewhere again because I get holiday pay. I don't need to worry. I don't need to pay tax. Like I don't need to faff around with all this shit, and I can do with my money whatever I want and not have to sit on it. And because if you switch from employed to self-employed, what all of a sudden what used to be something where you're making money and that is your money becomes you're making your money so you need to spend it again kind of thing. Like the money that you earn is not yours to keep. The money that you earn is partly yours to keep, but not fully, because you will have to pay everything else. So it becomes like this different kind of sentiment all of a sudden, where usually you're like, I make my 1,500 euros or whatever, and this is mine and I have to manage that. But now as a self-employed person, I have to manage that money, including paying my own tax, paying my own insurance, paying everything else that I do, that you don't need to worry about otherwise. And I need to pay my life as well. So it's like everything all of a sudden becomes about making money, but also then paying to make money, if you know what I mean.
I do know exactly what you mean, yeah.
And this is such a switch somehow. And I forgot where I wanted to go with this. Oh yeah, but I realized this year that there is still so much benefit for me personally that I'm really grateful for, that you sometimes forget that is happening, and that is something that is beneficial. So I got to have a sort of newfound appreciation this year for at least by the end of the year. I had that, not during the year, I don't think, but by the end of the year I was like, yeah, this is not the worst situation to be in, even though it really, really sucks sometimes and it's really, really, really exhausting sometimes, but some things are really, really nice too. And it is totally Christmas unrelated.
No, it kind of is. It kind of is. And I'm gonna piggyback on that. And I think that we should close this episode by talking about our 3 best moments from the year and 3 things that we're proudest of that happened to ourselves this year.
I already forgot the first. You need to tell me that again.
Okay,
oh God.
The 3 best moments in your life this year.
This could be anything or related to some special things.
Absolutely anything.
100% TwitchCon. 100,000% TwitchCon. Not the COVID after.
No, not the COVID. Not the swag bag. Just the TwitchCon.
Not the swag bag. Also, the swag bag was also not ideal. So that wasn't the swag bag. I still have my shoelaces somewhere, I think. No, but after... This was the first year that I went somewhere again after COVID. And even if I got COVID during it, it was still worth it. I would have done it 100% done it again. In fact, everything around TwitchCon, but not TwitchCon itself. Yeah, maybe. Like it's meeting everyone that I met on Twitch and then being able to spend time with them and like seeing you and Tom again. It was really, 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 really good. That was like definitely that was my favorite thing to have happened this year for sure. I don't know if I have 2 other ones. Maybe you can say something and maybe I can think of another one again.
Well, that was also my number 1.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's a given. TwitchCon was epic. Not the COVID.
No.
But everything else.
I mean, it was kind of also really bonding experience in hindsight.
It was. We were
like,
all
not
like,
in the
we
moment.
got that exclusive merch too.
I don't know if it was that exclusive, but also you just having see everyone like a domino rack. You could see the first drop and you're like, it's just one person. And then the next, I'm also positive. And then you're like, shit, it's going to get really bad. And then we were always sick and miserable. It was kind of something.
That's my number 1. My number 2, my best friend's wedding.
Aww.
That was a highlight of the year, even though it was kind of stressful in the lead up. The actual day and like the few days leading up to the wedding were really, really, really fantastic. And I think it really solidified our friendship as well. Like, it took it to the next level. But like, on top of that, the wedding was amazing. Like, it was such a fun wedding, and it was really it was a really great day.
Love that.
Yeah, so good memories were made.
You also looked incredible, by the way. It was so pretty. I mean, you're always pretty, but that was really, really good too. Red suits you very well, actually.
God, can you like follow me and do my hair and makeup all the time?
No.
Thank you.
No, it was really, really good.
Yeah. So what's your number 2?
Oh God, that would require me to know what's been going on. I think I made. What was the other things that you wanted to know?
The 3 things that you're proudest of, and that can be anything about your life.
And what was the one that we now? What's the one that we're doing now?
Your 3 favorite moments from the year. Your favorite
moments.
Things that happened.
Oh shit. That would require remembering. I'm really excited that we got Lizzo tickets. I feel that must count as something really good this year because it's a foreshadowing of what's to come, and I'm so excited about that. Because getting to see Lizzo with my favorite people, I'm so excited.
It's going to be amazing. That's like a future favorite. I mean, the favorite thing was happening. Like, I was getting it. I was like, this is awesome. It's going to happen. Oh my gosh.
I know. At first, we kind of like, we were like, we can go anywhere. And then at first we were like, no, it's just going to, then it's just going to be the 2 of us, which would also have been incredible. But then we kind of managed to still get one in London and have other people join as well. So that was just really fucking cool. And also that accidentally a colleague of mine in the team I'm part of is also like 2 seats next from us is also cracking me the fuck up. It's so good.
Cool.
So that's
your number 2 is getting the Lizzo tickets.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's like cool. I don't know what else. Like, I'm struggling with it. But you go ahead. Maybe I will think of something nicer. What is your number 2?
My number 3. I did my number 2.
3? Oh yeah, 2 was the wedding. I remember.
TwitchCon wedding. So my number 3 is actually spending my birthday in Canada, where I grew up, for like the first time in 15 years. It was really, really nice. My Canadian best friend was able to come out to a birthday party that I asked my local friends if I could hold at their house, and invite all of their friends and play all of their board games, and invite some of my friends that they don't know. And like, it was such a great night. There were so many people there, and you know, it was really, really, really nice to have a group of people come together to celebrate my birthday, which was great. And then, like, Tom and I love to go away for my birthday. Well, I love to go away for my birthday because I historically have had kind of shitty birthdays. So going away has been my thing. So then, like, a couple days later, we went and like stayed up north away from my mom for a few days, because we had been like living in each other's pocket for 10 months, and that's a long time. So we like got away for a few nights and like just got to explore part of the province that I'd never been, and then going to see like another group of friends or another 2 friends and their kids, and like stay with them for a couple nights. So like just that whole being in Canada for my birthday month, let's say, and all of the good stuff that comes with that was a favorite thing for me.
Aww.
And Tom says in chat, I had shitty birthdays until he showed up, and that's true.
I
had quite a run of shitty birthdays.
I'm glad that the spell is broken.
Me too.
You're doing a weird thing, Light, I think.
I'm
actually looking through the calendar while you were talking, just so I can kind of see what else happened. And there's so much work in there. Apparently, I had a week off in March that I don't remember a single thing of.
Wow. Good for you.
Good for me. That was probably one of those where you just sleep and carry like try and deal with a burnout, and all you can do is sleep and waste the day away and catch up on it to then go back into the madness immediately. That's kind of what happened, I think. Well, I don't know. Like, I didn't do, like, I feel it just started to ramp up for me a bit after, well, ramp up as in, I had more, like, days out where I had to, like, film in Salzburg, for example. So I started to be out again more, which I think is genuinely something that I need, and I think it must be something that must go on my 2023 thing to acknowledge more that I just need I just need the going away thing. And it has nothing to do with not wanting to be here, but it's like I'm too extrovert, like, and I wouldn't say I'm a massive extrovert. I feel I was more extroverted, and I kind of assimilated a bit with working from home and not seeing a lot of people all the time. So you become a bit more introverted, I would think. And you're overwhelmed easier when you're all of a sudden around a lot of people. And exactly, and you're like, it's hard when you work at home and be home all the time. So it's just you realize, and I've realized it before, and especially now with COVID for the last 2.5, 3 years, you just didn't have as much like human contact as you otherwise would, and you kind of unlearn it a bit. And I think a lot of people during COVID really, really fucking unlearned it. But I think it's not unusual that everybody has kind of unlearned some kind of social interaction. And I feel I haven't done that loads. But I also feel I really need it. So all the time, even just going the 4 days, even just going away on these filming trips with like my old lecturer from uni was really cool. And then going to London for the 4 days, like I just always come back with such a full cup somehow. Like I can literally feel my heart being fuller than before. And it's not that I'm like, that is empty, but once it happens, you feel like the fullness of it. So yeah, so I feel like all these trips away were things that I really liked. So going to Salzburg, going to London, even when I just checked into the hotel before I flew away to London, I was like, this is the best thing ever. Yeah. I should do this all the time. I'm like, and it's just so it takes more effort, and I think this is a consensus from so many of us. And especially I think if you work from home, you don't realize, and you don't consider it too, because you're like, work from home is so cool and is so good and so nice, but all of a sudden this routine that you used to have of getting up, getting dressed, shower, getting dressed, leaving the house, this is not a routine anymore now. So you don't need to do. And that doesn't mean that you stop showering altogether. That's not what I mean. But it's just all of a sudden leaving the house becomes an effort. And if you don't need to do it, then you don't do it. Like instead, when you go to work, and then you just go shopping real quick, and then you just go for coffee real quick because you're already out. But all of a sudden you work from home and you can't do it anymore. And at the same time, you also and nobody could go out anyway during COVID. So it's just you just underestimate that you probably are unlikely to step over that threshold. And I think I need to step over that threshold more consciously next year. So that's like, because comfort is nice and all, but it's probably worth it in the end to do things more. It's just also for me, it's just sometimes really tricky because all of my all of the people in my life are very, very secluded and not insecure, but introverted. Like all of the people that in my house, like my in-laws and my boyfriend, they're all so anti-people. So it's always something that I need to do by myself with someone else, because nobody will do this with me, which is fine, and I don't need that, but it makes that step feel even bigger sometimes. So I need to consciously do that more with the people that are still around, because the older you get, the more people have families and kids and things. It also changes entire dynamics, and you have months going that you haven't seen them without even realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you say, in person, organizing things is also tricky because schedule and everything. So sometimes you just don't do it anymore, and then months have passed. But yeah, good thing. Going away again more, I think it's one of the things that was good in the last half of the year.
Good.
In the second half of the year, not the last half, but it's the same.
Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad you had those happy moments and favorite moments.
What are you proud of?
Lots of things.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So I'm really proud of Geeking Productions. It's kind of a big change. Like it is and it isn't. Like I think there's a lot to it, a lot of things. But we launched a month and a half ago, and I am really proud of how it's going. I'm proud of taking this initiative and running with it.
Which was a shower or a toilet thought?
It was a one or the other. Yeah, I think it was a shower thought. I think it was a shower thought. And I am genuinely like I have good feelings about it. Like
I have good feelings about it.
I do. I do. Like I've always I think it's going to be great. Like it's already amazing, and I am just feeling like it's going to be one of those things that's really awesome.
It's because you're doing it, so that's why it's already really awesome.
Aww.
Aww.
Okay, your turn. What's one thing you're proud of?
I ended something that I never thought I would act. Like I ended something that only a few months before I couldn't even imagine ending. So that was a really weird step for me that I took for myself. That was like, I didn't think I would be like, it was always something in the last couple of years, always up and down, where like I can't do this forever and whatever, but I still didn't see a way out. Like I had conversations with you and with Tom about it, where I was like, I don't know how I would ever get out of this. Like I don't know how, and then it was really nice, great again, and sometimes it wasn't. But then I reached a point where, and I didn't think, like if you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, even in the middle of the year, I would not have seen that coming. I would not have seen it coming that I will take that step for myself, which I did. So I'm really proud of that. I made quite some moves in my business this year, I think. Like I've looked at I'm just going to say, because people are otherwise always so fucking stingy about when they talk about money. I've made more money this year than I ever have, which is kind of, and which is kind of weirding me out to a degree, because I'm like, I actually did that all by myself. Like I did that by myself. I had help 100%, but I also managed to make that money because I asked for more. I made like decisions. I did things. So I'm like, and it was really like, when I looked at the amounts that I've made this year, when I did my accounting, I was like, holy shit, this is not bad, right? This was me. And where in the last couple of years, I didn't manage to make remotely that. And even though I know that in the end it will not be as much because of everything else like around it, with the more things that I paid and the things that I also still have to pay tax wise, it will not be the profit will not be bigger, but it was still, the revenue was really good. And that's still really, that made me, that was really cool. I like that. And Yoshi gets paid in treats.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All your hard work is paying off, and all your decisions. Fantastic.
Yeah. What about you?
So that was 2 for you, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually going to say the same thing as you about the finance. I've been in self-employed business with Tom this is our 6th year in business, and this is the first year. Can you
believe that?
I sometimes know I cannot. I'm like, whoa. And this is the first year that we are easily making more than we made when we were both full-time working for somebody else. Love that.
This is our year. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Like it's I'm not I can't say that we're making like a lot of money yet, but we are both like our income is more than we made when we were both full-time employees.
Yeah.
And that is something that, you know, we always try to say like, oh, I wish it had happened sooner, but it happened on its own time. And, and like we had lessons learned on like how to survive with a little bit less money. But this year it's like, this is pretty nice. Like it means that we can do things with the money. And it's been great because, you know, it's enabled me to go to Canada. It's enabled us to like afford a trip to London. It's like meant that we can do things that otherwise would have been like, I'm not sure. I don't know. But like we're doing things. We're like renovating some parts of the house, not renovating, decorating. Well, yeah, actually we'll be renovating some wee bits. Whereas before it's like we just don't have the money for it. But now we do. And like it just feels really good that the business is finally paying off.
I think a big lesson from all of that is we always had, I think that was something for me. We always had the skills for it. In the end, it's about asking other people for it as well. Like standing up for yourself to a degree where you're like, I'm not going to do this shit for free anymore. I'm not going to do this shit for this amount of money because I'm better than that and I deserve to earn it. And money is not a dirty word and everybody needs it and everybody wants it. And I'm not interested in anything else anymore. Like I don't need to. Why should I get paid less than everybody else that's making a lot of money? Fuck that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm too old for this shit now. That's also where I'm like, I'm almost 40. If I don't want to earn like a 20-year-old anymore, like I need to retire eventually.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, and what's your third thing you're proud of? I forgot that almost. Because I was slacking again. But if I look back on, I started last year in January. I started the Yoga with Adrian video thing that she always does every year at the beginning of the year with a 30-day yoga journey thing. However she calls it every year for the last 8 or so. And last year I started with this again. And even though I had like the first half of the year, I continued to do yoga every day without fail until I went to Amsterdam and then got COVID. But in the first half of the year, I did yoga every day without fail, which is in itself already something I'm super proud of. And then phenomenal. I had COVID. I fell off the wagon. I then jumped back on the wagon. Then I got my tattoo. Then I fell off the wagon again. And then I got back into it again. So if I look at my calendar, which tracks when I do yoga, and even though I fell off the wagon in the last couple of days again, I still have probably done 3/4 of the year, the everyday yoga in at least 3/4 of the year, which is
and I don't use the word usually anymore, but it's fucking insane if you know me.
Honestly, it's incredible. You're incredible. Because we have tried to do like yoga challenges together before, and like neither of us actually even made the 30 days. We were like, oh,
I know.
God, doing this every day is so exhausting.
Know.
And look at you.
I know.
Like, 45 weeks of the year done yoga. That's amazing.
No, that is
a number. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. So that's actually I'm quite proud of that I did that, even though I don't feel like, and I don't know if it's COVID or if I'm just like faster than I was initially. I feel like I'm struggling with it currently, so that's also why I fell off again. But I'm using the new year again to start with that new calendar, and then it's fine to have like breaks, but it's still the fact that who doesn't hasn't really found a lot of joy in movement. They're not even say it don't like to move, but it's just I'm fat for a reason. So it's just mind blowing that I did it. Like I did it for so long, and that's something that I genuinely otherwise enjoy. Also, Adrian is just the fucking best, so whatever. Yeah.
Amazing. No, I'm so proud of you for that as well. It's
been
a good year for you, Moni.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. Like in hindsight, it wasn't so bad. Even though and I feel I should take more notes and like at least write things down because I don't remember anything. So but I know I will not do it. But it's just that this kind of like looking back on things and what has happened and stuff. I am struggling with it because I never like everything feels kind of the same. But then in hindsight, it's not really like things did happen, and you just need to somehow make sure that you like capture the moments that are worth of being remembered. I don't know. Ton says you're all encouraging me to go walk in 0-degree weather. Yes, Ton, go do it.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. What was that your mantra? Do the fucking thing?
No, just fucking do things.
Just fucking do things. That's what it was. Yeah. When did you get that?
Probably like August, September time.
I felt it would have been way earlier, to be honest.
No, it was probably just before my mom left, and she left in September. So
wow. What is your the third thing? Speaking is really hard.
Speaking is hard. My third thing that I'm proud of is something that I kind of have always admired from the outside, but I had no idea how to do it. I've always wanted to. I play games competitively, I guess.
Really? I actually didn't know that you wanted to play games competitively.
Yeah, I mean, probably more Hearthstone than like shooty games. But here I am, having competed in a shooty PUBG tournament, and since that happened, things have been kind of wild for me. Like I do things in esports now, and it's weird and awesome, and I'm quite proud of it. Working as a community manager for the National Northern Irish team, and soon to be leaving that to go work for the National Irish team. That'll be happening sometime in the new year. Moderating and helping to manage the UK and Ireland PUBG Discord channel. One of the members of staff there. So like I'm actually getting like paid to do that, which is
love that.
Wild. Okay, we're getting paid. We're getting paid with in-game money, but it's still money that this game is giving me to do a job that I'm really enjoying doing. And like, just want to say as well that there was a tournament last night against 4 other nations in Europe, and the team came third overall, but came first in number of kills, and
nice.
It was just amazing. It was a really intense game, and I was like, who am I that I'm like staring like at competitive esports, and I'm so into it. I was like, this is really intense. And like,
nice.
As somebody who's never been like super into sports, like just this I don't know, something has transformed, and I'm like actually really interested in it. And then it's finally been announced that I'm working as one of the ambassadors for the Iris Project, which is a nonprofit set up to tackle online abuse and hatred for women and minority genders in gaming and the online space.
Love that.
So get to like do really cool things in Northern Ireland, like to promote diversity in esports. And it's like, if you'd have told me even 2 or 3 years ago that I would be doing these really, really cool things as a visible woman in gaming, like I would not have known. I would have been like, no. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, like just fucking do things and see where it takes you.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
I really love that for you, honestly. It was so wild to watch also from the outside, to see all these things all of a sudden like flap into place for you. It was so cool. Like I can't describe what it was, and I don't know what it must have felt like for you, but it just like I've been watching you obviously for so long, and you're always trying to like do the things that you like, and then realizing maybe that's not really what I want. Maybe I want to do something else. And then you try everything out a bit, and then you're like, nah, that's not it, something else. And then all of a sudden you find that, and it just like clicks like a jigsaw puzzle that you just throw in the pieces and they all fit together. And it was so fun to see. It's so really proud of you.
Thank you. It's been wild on this side. Like just everything was like boom, 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 one after the other. And I was just like, what is happening? And then like all of it happening at the same time that I'm launching Geeking Productions. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is too much. Like, how am I ever going to do this? And then I'm like, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just like ride this wave of absolute way too much change. And you know, I'm still getting messages being like, oh hey, I wanted to know if you would be on the managing committee for blah blah blah. And I'm like, blah 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 is because it's not out there yet, so I can't say. Yeah. I'm like, there's things happening, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
No, it's really cool. Really proud. We're so good. It's so. It's just so cool.
It's cool.
I do think, and I'm not very woo. Like, I'm not. We all know that from the two of us, I'm the least woo, and I'm generally not very woo. But I think the universe somehow always fucking provides. Like, and I believe that for all of the, like, because there are a lot of people in our circle somehow that are kind of wanting some change, and they need some change and whatever. And I don't think that people themselves always see their own potential. But if you from the outside can watch them and see them do the thing, I think it's easy to see from the outside that there is something going to come for them. And sometimes it just takes patience. I don't know. Sometimes it just takes a dare. I don't know. But I just think in the end it somehow still provides for you, and we all get what we fucking deserve.
Fuck yeah. We do. We all do.
Yeah, what Gemma says. Keep trying, honestly. Keep trying. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Yep, just do the thing.
And you only nothing really is a failure too, right? For me, like when everybody's like, I failed, what if for me, failing is really only when you give up trying. Like when you give up, because there's always some other way. Like even, like, I couldn't even think of something where I would say, yeah, you're such a failure. That didn't, like, that was total bullshit. Because, well, something didn't work out, but something else might. So as soon as you don't, like, stop trying, or stop doing things and, like, wallow in your own misery or something, then I don't think that you failed. There's something else out there for you. Yeah, Jesus, failing is the best step to success. You learn from everything and try again. Exactly.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a really nice way to close the episode and close our 2022 year of podcasting by talking about all the good shit from 2022.
True. How is it 2023 already soon?
It's not. We have another 2 weeks.
These 2 weeks will be over quicker than the first 3 weeks of this month. Just telling you.
Don't.
We can reconvene in 2 weeks.
I know.
Where did this year go?
honestly. So this is the last episode of Geek Caring for 2022. It will be released on Boxing Day. Hello, Boxing Day people. And
hope you're all in your pajamas and eat a lot of cookies. Sorry.
I hope so. Or having your Boxing Day fry. Be amazing.
Exactly.
We will be back on your Twitch channel, Earbuds, on the 10th of January, with that episode coming out on the 16th of January. So, woohoo! You have a break from us. I'm sorry, but we need a break. I know that you will be devastated not to have us for 2 weeks.
But we have a bunch of other podcast episodes since we started this. 165 others to be exact, that you can all listen to while we are not live and around.
It's true. And if you would like to get Geek Caring a Christmas present, because why the hell would you not want to? We would love a review of the podcast on your favorite podcast player. Reviews are awesome. We don't ask for them very much. So if you would like to give us a Christmas present review, we would say thank you very much.
Yes. And we're so good at asking for it that we don't feel awkward at all.
So perfect.
So thank you. Perfect.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. See ya next year. See ya.
See you next year.
Yeah. But thank you so much for everything. Thanks, Amanda, for the last year. Jesus Christ, man. How did that go? And we'll see you in 2023.
2023, bitches.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Bye. I cannot. This is going to be a short episode. An hour and 20 minutes later.
Honestly, I'm like, this was not short.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was good. Why are you apologizing?
I feel like I've said so much shit today.
We both did. It's okay.
Apologies.
Lots to talk about. Don't stop it.
No, I can do whatever I want today.
Stop apologizing to me. You have nothing to apologize for.
Don't give me the finger.
I will shake it all around at you.
Shake it all around. Shake it off. Shake it off. I don't know what's happening here. Hi, Cheesy.
Hey,
why are you leaving, Cheesy?
Because I often
finger.
yell at Cheesy to stop apologizing for things, so maybe it just feels too real for him.
Triggered.
I don't know.
I can do whatever I want, Rich. Also, hi everyone who we didn't fully acknowledge yet.
Hello.
We see you all. We see you. No idea what you mean. Yeah.
Toad's innocent. Whatevs.
Toad's innocent. Whatevs.
Yeah, cool.
Cool beans. That's it.
That's it. That's what we have for you. That's it.
That's
no
it.
more Geek Caring.
There's also no streaming, right? I mean, there will be whack here, so you can come back. I think, maybe. I don't know. Gemma said she might do a solo one. I don't know now if that's happening or not. But just stay tuned. And click the follow button if you haven't already and things.
Yes, definitely do that. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We are on YouTube.
We are on YouTube. I was just about to be like, and also, would you like to subscribe? Like and subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Did I actually like and subscribe to the YouTube channel already?
I don't know.
I don't know. I did not. I'm sorry. Or did I do this with the other one? I did. With one of my two, I did.
Yay.
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 Tube you too. I love that, cheesy. I'm so easily entertained. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm going to subscribe from all of my accounts.
Gemma, you can be, fuck yeah, be brave. Will it be on the 26th? My Christmas will be over on Saturday, so I don't have anything going on 25 and 26, so I can be there cheering you on 26.
I also plan to be there on the 26th. You can do it.
Yay! You can do it. Sorry, Richard turned the alerts off.
Yeah, we should just have no more sound alerts since we only do podcasts these days.
Maybe. Yeah. I can carry them over, at least the singing ones. Can I watch?
Of course.
Or you can have a guest too, Gemma, if you wanted to. But you can also take the stage all for yourself. All is fine. Because of the legend that you are, you can hold your space. But also, if you want to guest, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry. Big yawn.
Which is our radio. Thanks so much. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for the lurk.
Yeah, thanks for the mod love. We love our mods. They're great.
Oh, that one. Oh, I didn't see it. It's even marked as thing, and I didn't see it. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any more to say to you.
No. I don't. We've said a lot. We've said many of the things.
We've said many of the things. Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Then let's find somebody that we can raid.
Yeah, I don't really actually have anyone to raid. So if you have someone, you may make the choice. I'm not following anyone that's live right now. Adore your face right back, cheesy.